ਏਕੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਤਹਿ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੋਇ। Waheguru ji ki fateh, Vigna Vinashan soy. Welcome to Suraj Prakash Katha in English. In this episode, we will be doing Raas 1.17. Shri Amar Dev Ji is given boons. Thus, Shri Amar Das Ji would do Seva while letting go of joy and sorrow. He was unaffected by what people would say about him, good or bad. One night, a sandstorm came, along with rain. There was a lot of mud everywhere. It was winter, so there was frost forming everywhere. People stayed under their cotton comforters or sat by lit fires. At around 2 a.m., it was time for Guru Angad Dev Ji's bath, so Shri Amar Das Ji headed out to get water from the well. He filled his pot and headed back from the well. He had the pot placed on top of his head and walked back slowly. He was very careful to not spill the water. He didn't want to delay the bath of the Guru. On the way back to the Dharamsal, there was a house that belonged to Julahas, weavers. There was a lot of mud around their house. Tiny drops of rain continued to fall, which made the place muddier. The Julaha had hammered a wooden stud into the ground, which he used to weave cloth with. It was quite dark. When Shri Amar Das Ji walked by, he tripped over the wooden stud and fell into a nearby ditch. He saved the water in the pot, though. He didn't let the water spill. He used all his might to save the water from spilling out. Shri Amar Das Ji then stabilized himself and got up, placing the pot of water on top of his head again. The only thing he could think of was, I need to get the water to Guru Sahib in time for his bath. I don't want to be late. The Julaha and the Julahi were laying down, covered in their blankets, and heard someone fall outside their home. The Julaha shouted out, "Who goes there? Who is outside? Are you a thief or someone else? Tell me who you are." Shri Amar Das Ji heard the Julaha and responded out loud, "I am the servant of the Satguru. I came to get water." The Julaha then said, "Which servant is it that is out during this dark night in the freezing cold? It is raining and the clouds have cast a dense cover. There is mud everywhere." The Julahi spoke out in a hurtful way. "It can't be anyone else at this time except for that Amru Nithama, the homeless. He is the only one out during this time. It's got to be him. He doesn't sit still all day or all night. He wanders around all the time. He eats, filling his belly every day and doesn't talk to anyone. He left his own home and tolerates other people making fun of him. He lives close by to the tapa. He doesn't care for his reputation. He doesn't care what anyone else says, good or bad about him." Hearing the Julahi, Shri Amar Ji spoke out, "I am not Nathama, homeless. I serve the most powerful, most reputable, and most pleasant-natured Satguru. You are crazy for saying all these things and have no wisdom in your heart. You do not understand the power of the Master of the universe." Shri Amar Das Ji then headed towards the Guru's home with the pot on top of his head. Guru Angad Dev Ji was standing on top of his bathing stool, ready to take a bath. He had sensed already all that had happened with Shri Amar Das Ji a little while ago, but he wanted to test his servant. He recognized the great patience that his servant had. Shri Amar Das Ji did not say anything and began to perform his seva of giving Guruji a bath right away. He poured water onto the Guru's feet and on top of his body. Meanwhile, at the house of the Julahas, the Julahi had lost her mind as soon as Shri Amar Das Ji called her crazy. She began grinding her teeth and speaking nonsense. When the sun arose and the day started, Guru Angad Dev Ji called Shri Amar Das Ji. Shri Amar Das Ji came and bowed to Guru Sahib. He stood up and looked towards Guruji. Guru Angad Dev Ji spoke, "Tell me everything that happened last night. Did someone say something to you while you were bringing the water?" Shri Amar Das Ji folded his hands and said, "Guruji, you are the master of the universe and know what's in everyone's hearts. You know everything that happens. I don't wish to hide anything from you, but I dare not say what happened, as I would be applying my personal bias towards the story." Guru Angad Dev Ji heard Shri Amar Das Ji's words and called the Julaha. The Julaha brought his wife, the Julahi, to Guru Angad Dev Ji. As soon as the Julahi came into Guruji's presence, her senses came back to her and she was back to normal. Guru Angad Dev Ji asked him, tell me the truth of what happened last night. I want to hear the whole truth. If you hide anything from me, you will be punished in this world." The Julaha got scared, as he had just witnessed the words of Shri Amar Das Ji come true in an instant. This was his Guru, who was more powerful than him. He figured that if he didn't say the truth, he would have to suffer for it. He began to speak. "I asked out loud what the noise was outside my home. My wife was awake, but in and out of sleep. She spoke out loud after hearing me shout, 'It must be that Amru Nathama, Amru the homeless.' Then your servant called her crazy. She immediately lost her senses as soon as he said that. Now that we came to you, she has calmed down and returned to normal. We are scared right now. We have said everything as it happened." Guruji then looked towards Shri Amar Das Ji and said, "Is this how it happened?" Shri Amar Das Ji then folded his hands and began to speak. "She called me homeless, Guruji. That was true. But she doesn't understand the ways of the soul. One may still be in a home and still be homeless if the mind keeps wandering. I was wandering around aimlessly as the deer wanders in search of the musk already inside of it. I was not at peace. When I came to your Seva, I was at peace. This Julahi doubted my peace, and I could not tolerate it and called her crazy." Listening to the love-drenched words of Shri Amar Das Ji, Guru Angad Dev Ji's heart became filled with love. Guruji noticed the seva that Shri Amar Das Ji had done for the last 12 years. He noticed the faith and devotion he had and became very gracious towards him. He wanted to bestow such immeasurable, such unachievable gifts onto his Sikh today. He was eager to give his Sikh the whole universe and spoke to him. "You are the home of the homeless. You are the reputation of those without any reputation. You are the support of the supportless. You are on the side of the ones with nobody on their side. You are the strength of the weak. There is no other like you. You give the impatient their patience, and you are the bead of bees. You can return the most difficult lost things to all. You save the people who are badly stuck. You have the power to create and destroy the world's substance is in your hands." Guru Angad Dev Ji gave these 12 blessings to Shri Amar Das Ji with great joy. Guru Angad Dev Ji was extremely impressed and happy. He hugged Shri Amar Das Ji. They had goosebumps all over their bodies. Guru Angad Dev Ji then said to Shri Amar Das Ji, "As we hug today, we are now one, just as though a river flows into the Ganga and then becomes one with the Ganga, just as raindrops become one with the ocean. That is how we are now. Just as sparks are one in the fire, that is how we are now. There is no difference between you and I. I will be entering your body and fulfilling many tasks of the world. I will be leaving my body soon and entering yours." Guru Angad Dev Ji and Shri Amar Das Ji thus became one and the same. Doing the seva of the Satguru, all the rewards are received. The seva of a Sikh never goes unrewarded or unnoticed. The Sikh receives all desired wishes. Guruji then removed the crown that was on top of Shri Amar Das Ji's head, collected over the last 11 years. The tied saropas, which had tiny insects in it, was removed, and Guru Amar Das Ji was given a bath. He was dressed in brand new clothes. Guru Angad Dev Ji said to Shri Amar Das Ji, in front of all the Sikhs of the Guru's court, "I will place you onto my throne and give you the Gurta Gadi." Guruji looked towards the Sangat and said, "He is now the same as me. There is no difference between us. We are two bodies but one soul. There is no other like Shri Guru Amar Ji." Guru Angad Dev Ji was extremely happy. He asked Guru Amar Das Ji, after not speaking to him for 12 years, "Purkha, how many people are in your family? How many children do you have?" Shri Amar Das Ji folded his hands and said, "O treasure of virtues, you already know everything. Since you have asked, after knowingly being in the unknown, I will tell you. I have 2 sons, Mohan and Mori. I also have 2 daughters with your blessings." Guru Angad Dev Ji then spoke, "Listen, Purkha, I will tell you something that is to your advantage. I want you to leave Khadur now and go to another place. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji gave me the Guruship, he told me to do the same. He told me to leave his place and go to a new place. I then came to Khadur and have been living here for many years. Shri Chand Ji and Lakshmi Das Ji live at the place of their father and take care of it. In the same way, you should go and live somewhere else and establish a new place, keeping all of the traditions. My sons, Datu and Dasu, will stay here and take care of this place. If they don't see you, jealousy will not come near them. As long as they don't see your glory and radiance, they won't burn on the inside or begin a new conflict with you. Thus, the Guruship was transferred to Shri Guru Amar Das Ji, and Guru Angad Dev Ji asked Guru Amar Das Ji to move from Khadur. That is the end of the chapter. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.